Well, hello there. Or should I say...
Hello there, my fellow aliens, and welcome to Earth. Not really.
I mean, not really. How are we all? Are we all well? And are we looking forward to, I don't know, seeing who we can annoy? Let's get into the meat and potatoes. We've got a few things to talk about. Bit of an odd sort of mixture tonight. What is it? We've got things being hidden, apparently, in the Brian Kohberger situation. But we'll get into that in a second. That's first on the agenda. Then we've got Nicola Bulley's case. And after all of this, it turns out she was high risk after all. She had problems, and maybe they were looking in the wrong place, or, you know, had the wrong idea about what happened. Funny that. Nobody else had that fucking idea, did they? Oh, and we've got a fire. And we've also got UFOs being shot down. First of all, we'll go through. There's 102 people in here, so how many hellos and individual shout-outs can we give? None. That's right, none. We don't do that here. That's for the amateurs, and this is an amateur hour. I will dip into the comments, though, and say hello. I'm 43 years old now, and when you're 43... No, I'm not 43, ignore that. I'm 21. You have to be a little bit more understanding. You have to talk to people. So I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to drag this box down. God, I've had some technical issues that drive me insane. If my mouth ain't working properly with the sound, don't tell me, because I'll probably smash the screen. So, who we got? We've got somebody talking about aliens. I did see that. All right, so we get that moving again. Hello, Pam from Florida. My May, we are not amateurs. We're not here. We're not amateurs at all. We're very, very professional, I have you know. And we are, indeed, as Seema said, we are all 21. Oh, Yorkshire Pud. Yorkshire Pud wants a shout-out. Well, you're not getting one. You're at the wrong place. Feeling better now anyway. I'm going to... Gaza. So, I have a little bit of a confession. Right, so, I don't know whether I was ill, and hopefully sneaky Mrs. Harsh isn't in the background watching, because she could comment and grass me up. But look, at the end of the day, something happened with some painkillers, and it might have meant that I may have took one or two more than I should in the period of time that the aforementioned tablets should have been consumed. And that may have resulted in a teeny tiny bit of a overdose that kind of knocked me out for 2 days. So, yes, that's kind of what... I don't blame myself at all. It could be because I am... I don't know. An age thing, perhaps? Thank you very much, Ali, for the $5. That will help buy replacement painkillers. And, no, I've been told that I'm not allowed them ever again. So I've got to get used to meditation if in pain. So, be careful, Harsh. Yes, that's correct, Dixie. I do indeed need to be careful. It's a damn shame that I know how to work child-proof lids, it seems. But, yes, best sleep ever, though. Yes, it was a very good sleep. Just a pity when I woke up, it was like I had been in a water fight. Yes, it's because you're a man. Yes, I don't think that's something that a woman would do ever. Definitely not. Do you need childproof lids? No, that's the problem, you see. I know how to work them. But it wasn't good. It was not good. Let's just put it that way. And Mrs. Harsh nearly had herself a heart attack. But no, it's all good now. It's all good. CBD for pain. This is obviously not medical advice, everyone, but advice. Welcome to those just coming in. Tracy says, welcome to those just coming in. Who have we got modding this evening? We've got My May. Hello. We've got Dixie, Tracy. And who else? I've not seen. I shall no doubt catch to see if any others are in. But I think we're just about covered. And don't forget, as we always say, smash that like button or I'll smash you. So, let's start. I was going to say getting straight into the meat and potatoes, and then I rambled on about how not to take ibuprofen for, 7 minutes? 6 minutes, close. You didn't smash us, you smashed yourself. I did. It wasn't good. My doctor put me on a new medication. I took one and slept for 36 hours. See, I don't sleep good. I'm not a good sleeper. Unless I take about 23 ibuprofen, apparently. Then I sleep like a baby who's having a fit. Right, so let's get into it. Where are we? We're going to look at this first. Brian the Burger. I've got to rework out how to use this. So look at this. This is... Police have no record of whether Brian Kohberger was offered internship position months before Idaho murders. Now, on face value, that probably doesn't mean a massive amount. But what is the story behind this? Does everybody know the story behind this? I'm now going to tell you. I'm going to get these off the screen. I don't know what Belfie sticks are, and I don't really want to know what Belfie sticks are. It sounds a bit weird. So, what happened was, look, the Washington State Police Department, they interviewed Brian Kohberger for an internship months before the Idaho murders, has no documentation regarding whether he was offered the position. And why would that be odd? So what happened is, the Independent files a public records request with the Pullman Police Department early this year asking for any documents relating to Mr. Kohberger's application for the research assistantship for public safety position. Okay? Now, one of the core goals of this request was to determine whether Mr. Kohberger had been offered the position, as the department had previously declined to answer that question. Now, a public records officer responded to the request with 10 documents on Friday, but with a major caveat. And what is that caveat, Harsh? Or,
so, what is that caveat, Harsh?
I hear you say. So, what that is the Pullman Police Department does not have any documentation regarding whether or not Mr. Kohberger was chosen for the internship, the officer stated in an email. Mr. Kohberger, we know he is facing these charges. He was arrested in Pennsylvania. We know that. I don't need to read all that. The affidavit for Mr. Alfred David for Kohberger's arrest revealed that he had applied for an internship with the Pullman Police Department, which has played a significant role investigating the murder case. Last month, emails between Mr. Kohberger and then Chief of Pullman Police Department Gary Jenkins showed a brief exchange about the assistantship position, for which Mr. Kohberger had applied last April. The documents turned over to the Independent last week show Mr. Kohberger was one out of 4 applicants for the job, so there was only 4 people who had applied. The applicants were informed on the 22nd of August whether they were selected for the role, which was created to help support Pullman PD through data management and analysis. Mr. Jenkins, who no longer works for the department, told The Independent he had been advised not to comment on the matter when contacted on Monday. Although there is reportedly no email trail on Mr. Kohberger's job offer or rejection by the department, the PhD criminology student at WSU sent an email to Mr. Jenkins following an approximately 45-minute online interview. Mr. Kohberger wrote that it was a great pleasure to deal with you today and share his thoughts and excitement. Mr. Jenkins replied that it was great to meet and talk with you as well. So it begins. So did everyone know about that? Was that the first that you had heard of that? Was that hot off the press? Thank you so much for that. USA Kiwi 1986. That is very kind of you. That is very kind of you. Don't have to do that. If you want to, you can. I don't look a gift horse in the mouth, but it's not something that you have to do on this channel. But it is very kind of you. And we'll go towards bribing Hayden for the next sweet video, because today's one was gross.
Blah.
So, I don't really know what to say. I don't really know what to say about that. To me, they seem like they really are gagging everything, aren't they? They don't want to talk about anything or let people know what he was doing or what they were doing with him or anything. Do you think he was offered the job? Was he offered it? Wasn't he? Was he turned down? Was it the fact that he got turned down? Was that the straw that broke the camel's back? I'm sure after this video, Ashley Banfield will be closely behind me, stating, was this the straw? No.
Was this the straw that broke the camel's back? Pullman PD caused it.
I can hear it now, resonating in the wind. So, that's what I think. But, the sweets today. A lot of people, they were talking about food from China. Food from China. I was half expecting to open the box and a bat fly out. But no, it was just, well, I say sweets. Try treats, and they treats. What was it Jennifer said? She said, if it tastes like feet, it ain't a treat. I like that. I like it. But they were rubbish. I refuse to watch Banfield now. Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm right there. I'm right there. That's quite a fun video. The sweet video just breaks it up, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's nice to do something a little bit different than talking about UFOs and Kohbergers and all that sort of stuff. But apart from that, do you know what I mean? There isn't a lot going on. We know the Kohberger situation is gonna kick off in June, isn't it? But for now, there's little bits and pieces coming out. It would look like all of the big news outlets are sort of scrambling to try and get stuff found out, and they're struggling to. But maybe it just isn't abnormal for them to batten down the hatches, is it? It just seems a little bit strange that on a public records sort of request that they couldn't even find out whether he was hired or turned down. You know, are they going to say that what? Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, it seems like some of you are commenting still on the sweet video. Yes, it was good. It was good. It was a good. Thank you very much, Kimmy. It was good to do them videos. I do like doing them, and he likes them as well. We just got to try and get when the weather's better, we'll do them outside, and they will look better. The setup in here isn't brilliant for that. He could have done with being a little bit higher, and it's trying to get the mic in the right place, which is fixed. The camera in the right place, but that's fixed. The lens isn't a zoom lens either. It's what they call a prime lens, so that can't be moved. And yeah, it's trying to get that shot in, getting everything. And sadly, I'm not a very good director. Right, so what is next on the agenda? I'm probably late with some of this. Some of you may know, some of you don't know. But has everybody heard the latest in the Nicola Bulley case now? I would imagine if you are a follower of Michelle After Dark, she may have covered it. I don't watch her because she shouts at people who disagrees with her. And I disagree with her a lot of the time on one specific case. And she got moody about it, and I don't watch her anymore. But she's good at what she does, apart from that one case. And I don't agree with her. And because I'm stubborn, that's just the way things are. And yes. But yeah, so Nicola Bulley, I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. I still think if things are a little bit weird, it's probably the ibuprofen still in the system, so I'll blame that. We're getting to the UFO and the train and all that, Jeff. Come on, mate. We've been going for 15 minutes. We've talked about sweets. We've talked about Brian. We've talked about the misuse of drugs. We're getting a lot in, mate. It's meat and potatoes. This plate is full, baby. Do you know what I mean? God, he's trying to push us along, isn't he? What more does he want for 16 minutes? And what be his partner? So, right, look. Where are we? You've chucked me off my cart. High risk menopausal drunk. Right, let's go. So, Nicola Bulley. Yes, that is exactly right. Basically, in a nutshell, got Nick, got it in one. So, it turns out that after all of this, she was basically a hormonal, high-risk person. And that was the day she disappeared. So it would appear that all of this, there's a possibility that did she leave that phone there on purpose? Was that, like we spoke about the other day, and thank you very much, Louise Gibson as well. Thank you very much. Howdy doody from Nevada, you crack me up. Used to live in the UK. Keep up the good work. You're one of the lucky ones that escaped. And yeah, so basically that now puts a question on that phone situation. To go on a call that people are going to think you're on, but turn the mic off, turn the camera off, and leave us out on the bench like a little phone person. Yeah. The only thing that kind of throws a spanner in the works is I don't know whether she would have tied the dog up, perhaps. Would she have made sure would she have made sure the dog was safe? But then I think to myself, well, if you're going to leave your children... I had this conversation with Mrs. Harsh earlier. And I said, I just don't know whether she would have upped sticks and left her children. But we see it all the time. The sad fact is we see it all the time. Me and you have had these conversations. I spoke about, some of you will know, some of you won't know. Thank you very much, Dixie. That's very kind. She has gifted 5 memberships. That was either very lucky of you or she's punishing 5 people. But anyway, thank you, Dixie. That's very kind. And yeah, so where was I before I went off on one? Yeah, I've had this conversation with you guys before, and I spoke about I had a weekend administrator whose husband, they live near us, and he just one day just walked off and unalived himself, and they still don't know why. Just there was no reason to it. And they had 2 small children. They had no money issues. As far as she's aware, he had no drink or issues like that, but he just went and done what he did. So people do it. But it's, you don't like to think that people will, but the more that you now start hearing these things, and even though they're only little things, well, I say they're only little things, being a high-risk hormonal and, yeah, with an alcohol problem, it's a big thing, isn't it? It is actually quite a big thing when you've gone missing. And look, what does Yorkshire Pud say? Look, I'm 43, menopausal and struggle, and I felt... She spelled effed at times. But kids for a woman means it's extremely rare for a woman. Rare a woman takes her own life. We talk and seek help more than men. You certainly do. I agree with that. I think it's less likely for a female with children to do that. 100%, I agree. But it's not out of the question. There is someone in our peripheral who is in a very similar situation. They have children. They have issues. I can't say too much about that, but yeah, this situation here. We could very well have a similar situation with this person, and it happens. It happens, and I think the more. Kimmy, do you think Nicola fell in the river? I don't think she did. I 100% don't think she did. But the fact that this has come out does make me consider: did she end up in the river? And was that self-inflicted, and that is why they have now struggled to find her? Because if she went in the water in a specific area of that, there's more chance that she could have gone out into the wider body of water and away. But I don't think she fell in. I do not. Again, I don't know. This is complete speculation, as we know. But there was nothing at all to me that says she went in, that she fell in. I just don't see it. Harsh Kiss, please follow Murdoch trial daily. Oh my god, really? The downside with the Murdoch trial, I will say, is the time. That's the issue for me. Down in where I am, it's like this week as well. We've got the children are off here from half term, so they're actually off school. But it starts at like 2:00 in the afternoon here, so it's quite a difficult one. But I'll do it. I'll do as much as I can with it. I'll do as much as I can. If I can jump on tomorrow, or even have to wait until the kids have gone back, because I do like to do stuff with them when they're here. But I'll get back into it. I'll perhaps do a poll and see who wants me to do it. Put number 1 in chat if you want me to cover the Murdoch case, and put a number 2 in chat if you couldn't give a flying fuck. There you go. So, I suppose to keep, what's his name? That impatient bugger. Shall we talk about the trains and the UFOs? Where should we go first? The UFO. Well, they kind of wrap hand in hand round each other. This is... Let me shrink me. Shrink me down. Shrink me down. I always try and shrink me down, and I don't shrink down enough. So he put me up here. I can go over here. Hello. And then I can sort of do that. There we go. Perfection. Now I'll flip on the other screen, and that will not be perfection. That'll be an absolute fucking disaster. Right, there's some freeze. Steve Shadow, he couldn't give a flying f***. We got a few ones. We got kind of a mixture. Yeah, to be fair, there's a lot of 2s, which they've probably saved my bacon, because I'm not the best person to take to court with you, I promise you that. I'm not the best person to have in court. Let me just flick onto this screen. Oh, look, I think that's just about right, isn't it? So we do this so we can kind of... What the friggin' hell's going on with that? Tuck that in a little bit. And then we'll come back over here and go down here. Right, so look. This is the timeline. So the Chinese spy balloon is shot down over the Atlantic Ocean. I just don't get that. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely don't get it. These things have been in the sky for years. It just, for me, and I apologise if it's upset some people. They're always doing it. They're always in the friggin' sky. Always. And now it's all of a sudden, now they want to talk about it. Now they want to tell everyone, oh, look, there's things in the sky. They're looking at us. It's been happening for years. Happening for years. How is it that you now want to talk about it the day after this happens? An absolute massive screw up. So what is that then? The illegal transportation of severely deadly chemicals across the United States. It goes off the rails and does this. And all of a sudden, don't look here, go and have a look over there at the balloons and the Martians and stuff. Yeah, I can't buy it. I can't buy it. And what annoys me is when the people in charge treat you like you're stupid. They treat you like you're absolutely insane. But the downside is, I think there's so many people who... I want to just bring me back up for a minute. There's so many people who do buy this crap that they get away with it every time. They get away with it every time. Then you've got the people who turn around and they go, oh, that's a conspiracy theory, or you're talking shit, you can't say that, or you're victim blaming, all these situations. And this is why nothing ever changes, nothing ever gets done. And we are constantly just turned over by governments. Do you know what I mean? And the people who are supposed to be in charge. It's insanity. I don't know. Have you done all of the numbers for the iPhone? Have I missed them? There's one number left, which will be out very soon. What train wreck? It's just a barbecue. Steve Shadow. Don't talk about food, Steve, please. I'm quite hungry. But I was talking in comments earlier. There's people who live around this area, and some of the stories, and I'm sure there's more out there. I've heard that we're now starting to see ill animals in the area. We've got people who live in there who are saying that they have started suffering from sore throats, chest infections, breathing issues, and they're telling people that there's nothing to see here. You've basically got like a mini Chernobyl here. And of course there's going to be damage. Do you know what I mean? They're talking about there's no sign of there being any damage there. What are you talking about? Look at it. I just don't know. Automatically identified flying object is spotted. Yeah, let's talk about this, shall we? So, unidentified flying object. But this is part of that. Do you know what I mean? I think... we are programmed that way. We are programmed to see, when we mention UFOs, for it to be almost like a big joke. To be a big joke. I could do a live for 4 hours about UFOs and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, there'll be people sitting in this chat right now who will not believe in aliens, if you like, and life on other planets. And I think, we don't know what's out there, do we? We're just a tiny speck amongst a billion other specks, a billion other specks. There could be a planet just like us, but why would anybody come here? It's like, where is the shittest place there is? I don't think if there's another planet out there, like we look on, in the UK, all you people from the UK will know exactly what I'm talking about. You're going on TripAdvisor, you're going on to TUI or First Choice, and you're like looking for the most beautiful place or cheapest if you're the bloke. And, you're talking about someone on another planet saying, look, obviously in their
language, so children, where's the shittest place we can find? Look for somewhere where everyone's brain dead. The places look shit. It's on fire. You can't go anywhere without being shot or stabbed or I don't know, sold. We'll go there.
Do you know what I mean? That's pretty much it. Who's going to come here? They're not going to find any intelligent life that they will be able to talk to, will they? Take me to your leader. Who are they going to take them to? Who the fuck is going to be the first person? Didn't mean to do that. Who's going to be the first person that they get took to speak to? So, this is, I don't know, Rishi Sunak. He is going to be speaking on behalf of Earth. Boris Johnson. All fucked. That's what we are. They'd be like, oh my God, we'll do them a favour, we'll blow them up. Anyway, that's enough of that. What is, let's have a chat. Let's have a look in chat and see what's going on. We've been going for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That got his attention. All right, let's have a look. Take them to Brandon. Kim Jong-un. You see, depends what planet they are. He'd probably make a lot of sense to them. But who knows? Right, let's see who we got. Let's have a look at some comments. Let's have a bit of an intermission. Intermission? You know, when you're at the cinema and they bring hot dogs round. We'll have one of them. So, has anybody got any specific questions? Put some questions. Put a Q and a colon and a question. Don't matter if you use capitals to stand out. That'll help my aging eyes. And I think my husband thinks I'm nuts now. Thanks for the laugh. We do have a laugh over there. We have to. You have to have a laugh. There'll be but do you know what? There'll be people in there saying, don't laugh. Talking about this sort of stuff. You can't laugh. That's disgusting. Laughing. Trump. Donald Trump. See, I don't know what to make of him. Elon Musk. See, Elon Musk. See, I don't know what you guys think about Elon Musk, so I'll tread carefully. I like the guy. I like Elon Musk. I like him a lot. I think he speaks a lot of sense. But how are your children? The children are absolutely fine. They live with, well, they live with me. Well, some of them do. Have you guys tried the USA treat box? Not yet. Not yet. I'm hoping to. I think Freya today said she'd like to try one from USA. I'm trying to just scroll through the questions. Where are we? Why doesn't you and your wifey do a duo on here? Because Mrs. Harsh would rather spoon her eyes out than get in front of a camera. She doesn't like cameras at all. At all. Milocam is coming back, just not right this moment, nor is Casper Cam at the moment. But they are going to be coming back. Probably when the weather gets better and filming isn't in here. Where is Milo? Where is Milo right now? He is in the kitchen right now, and I think Milo's on the landing. Dun, 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 dun. Let's have a look. I just brought a paw print magnet says my dog is smarter than the president. Do you believe in UFOs? Have you ever seen one? So, obviously, when you talk about UFOs, we understand that UFOs doesn't automatically mean aliens. But, in answer to your question, do I believe in UFOs? Yes, I do. Have I seen things in the sky that I can't explain? Yes, I have. Do I believe them to be from another planet? I don't know, but I think the most sensible answer to give would be that could not be ruled out. And I'll tell you for why, and this is my argument upon it. Look here and think about how far technology has moved here in the last, say, 30 years. So, and to make it even simpler, look at, for argument's sake, games consoles as a reference point. So think about when I was a child, so a few years ago, what games console we had. And now, today, what games console we've got. So just that. And that is just something that goes to the consumer, the home, the household, families. Now think about the technology advancements in non-consumer products, in manufacturing, in, weaponry, in military. And I was reading something a while back, and it was talking about the technology that they have in the military, and they were specifically looking at autonomous fighting robots, almost like Terminator, and saying that they had that technology back in the 80s. The only issue they had was designing a program that would enable them to distinguish between who's holding a gun but on my side and who's holding a gun but on the enemy's side. Do you know what I mean? That was the issue. They would just see the gun and be like, I see a gun, I'm going to shoot that person who's got a gun. That was the problem. We now talk about AI, and that's just a very small period of time. Now, consider a planet in the abundance of the atmosphere that has developed technology-wise 10% quicker than us, or 20%. Do you know what I mean? In that is unfathomable in terms of what their technology could offer up. We've got people like Elon Musk now talking about being a multi-planet civilization and what he's building. And it's crazy, do you know what I mean? I think to say that there isn't aliens, there isn't alien crafts, the possibility of it, I think would be naive. Question, is the Earth's core really about to stop? I just saw that and then it jumped off the screen. Anyone? I heard something that said, how can the Earth's core be about to stop spinning if it doesn't exist? That was an interesting one. In answer to your question, I have no clue. Thank you very much, Becca, for the donation there. Thank you. It's very kind of you. My grandson is watching. Please say hi to Alfie. Hello, Alfie. Does Alfie prefer this voice? Hold on. Let's try it. Hold on. Where are we? This one.
Hello, Alfie. Harsh says hi.
Hello, Alfie. That turned itself off. That's clever. We have a young fan. Everybody put hello, Alfie, in the comments. And yeah, love the man. There's a lot of love for Elon here. Question. Am I the only one that thinks 4 derailments after so long without one is more than sus? I think there'll be a lot of people who probably think yes. That is quite suspect. Phantasmic Ether. Oh my God, Harsh, you're my favourite. Thank you very much. Don't tell anyone. You're mine too. What's this one? Alison Cuthbert. Did you know the police asked for 700 witness drivers for Nicola Bulley on Garstang Road when she would have never been on Garstang Road and exited on Blackpool Lane? Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, I did. Because they don't know their arse from their elbows. That's clearly what's going on there. That is what's going on there. I've got a question before I continue going through these questions. How much do you know about what's been going on in the USA? We are under attack. Someone's just put this. And I was about to say, based on what is going on in the US and the fact that we are seeing things like this balloon issue, and we make fun of it. But look, this is my take on it. My take of it is, look, these things have really been happening for years. They know about them. It's not new. It's not all of a sudden, something that, that's just started happening. Now, for them to bring it up and make it seem like it's all of a sudden a big thing and everyone should look at it, are they trying to take the eyes off something big that is indeed happening? Is there a bigger thing to worry about? Is there something else going on? Thundercat says we are under attack. Would you care to elaborate? Is that the general thought in chat? Is that what you think? You guys think that there is something bigger going on that's being hidden, and they are just trying to throw in so many things to take the attention off of it? Because you do see it, don't you? At the end of the day, the media is there to control us. If it wants us to buy something specific, it will put specific things in front of you. If they want to sell a specific brand, if they want to, if that's just the way it is. We're controlled by the media. And, through the COVID situation, there's lots of people in this country that have a lot of thoughts about that. But, so, let me see we've got some people. We are under attack by our governments. But I think that's just it, isn't it? Have we ever not been under attack by our governments? That's kind of my thought process. I can't, for as far back as I can think as an adult, I think we've always been, we've always been under attack. It's just now we're seeing it more because they've ramped up a gear. Whether the pressure's been put on their neck somewhat by the people who really are in charge. Because we do know really that the people that we see as these are the guys who are in charge, there's always them that stand behind them and those that stand behind the people that stand behind them. And the people that stand right at the back, they're the ones who are, shit rolls downhill, as they say. 5 energy plants were attacked. That's interesting. COVID was the biggest scam in history. Well, it certainly was I always said, and I'll tell you what I said about COVID, and you've got to be careful what you say about COVID. I will say that, because they'll boot the video off. On my other channel, I did a video on COVID and literally got a warning and the video booted off. But it's... I don't even know. Yeah, I always said, I'll tell you what's going to happen during COVID. During COVID, they're going to, everything's going to be removed what you can go out and pay for. Okay? All of the things that you pay to do, like pay to go to the gym, pay to be entertained, all of that's going to be removed. Just long enough so people can find out that you can actually entertain yourself with little to no money. And then when it all settles and the dust settles, they're going to take all your fucking money away from you, so you can't do it. But they'll hope you don't moan about it, because at the end of the day, you've now been trained to occupy and entertain yourself with no money that you now don't have, because the bills have gone up so high that there's nothing left. There was a story of a nurse who was she's just taken her own life because it was to do with childcare. She couldn't afford childcare. She couldn't sort childcare out. A nurse. People can't afford to buy food. This isn't even a lie. This is the truth. I'm telling you now. And I've moaned about this before. Gas and electric. In our properties, we have a house It is part gas, and I don't mean gas like you guys put in your car over in the US. I mean natural gas and electricity. So some of our appliances, TV and all that sort of stuff is all electric, and the water and the heating system is gas through a boiler system. And I pay around £400 to £500 a month for house energy. That's before anything. That is just gas and electricity, £500. And I thought, fuck this. I'm going to go with someone else. So, 3 weeks ago, I paid £500. And the day I paid that money, so I was square with a house. I said, I'm fucking off. I'm going somewhere else. They said, all right, send us your meter readings and we'll give you a final bill so you can fuck off and go with someone else. Off and go with someone else. And so I did on the day I paid. Remember, £500, square with a house. Here are my meter readings. I've already got them in my hand. There you go. And so he sent me another bill. Now I'm leaving. We've now sent you another bill. £475. £475. I just paid £500 and give you the meter readings. So they reckon that we use £1,000 of gas and electricity in 6 weeks. In 6 weeks. How in the blue is that even possible? Bearing in mind that pre-COVID, we was paying between £90 and £120 a month. And now it's £1,000 for 6 weeks. They can fucking suck my ball. That's a joke. Absolute joke. And you can tell. Let's bring it down a bit. So gets on my Nelly. It's a joke, mate. And that's what all this was about. This was what this was about. And this live is going to turn into something far, far worse if we talk too much about this. Because I think everybody's feeling it. Do you know what I mean? We can sit here and I can see the comments in there. Do you know what I mean? Same here, £500 a month. Do you know what I mean? How is that? How is that possible? Do you know what I mean? And then, you, like I say, you've got people who are... And the thing that pisses me off with this as well, Sue, and everybody else in the same position, Melissa, you're another one. Do you know what I mean? Then you've got the energy company who then have the audacity to turn around and say that they've got record profits. And then, off the back end of that they're going to lower their commitment, their contribution towards their green, you know, the bill to make the planet a better place. And I'm thinking, are they... People are buying this shit and they're lapping it up. They'll sit there. Nice to have your hair, dope. Nice to have your hair, mate. No, you don't. Better late than never. Better late than never. You haven't missed anything apart from us just going absolutely nuts about bills. Look, £500, get a bill. It's mad, mate. Our last bill, £1,200. My solar panel payment should have been £1,200. SSE. See, SSE was had been taken over, and now the new company pays half what the last one did. Yes, an absolute joke. Seeing this, you can't rent here under $1,000. You can't really in this country. Do you know what I mean? But it is about... I do truly believe COVID was about getting people into a mentality where they removed a lot of things out of people's lives to prepare them for being ripped off. Because that was what was coming. Because whatever you do now, it's becoming insanity. Do you know what I mean? It's insanity. My electric bill went up this month. This month, went down. We pay monthly by yearly balance billings. So 4-bedroom, 2-bedroom house, $159 a month, have oil heat. Yeah, don't move here, mate. It's an absolute joke. Absolute joke. And before we rant ourselves into oblivion, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to explain, and the people who are from, we're being priced out of life. I'm going to tell you guys in the US how it works here in the UK. The people in the chat in a second, there will be a lot of people in here in the chat, watch for it, and they'll be like, he's absolutely right. There's going to be a few people in the US who are like, that might be, you might know something worse, or there might be something worse going on, or there'll be some of you who don't know, and you're like, what the actual fuck? Because we put up with this shit, right? So what I'm talking about here is the average person. So the average person, hello Jennifer, good evening. So I'm talking about working class people now. Obviously, you've got the super rich, you've got the super poor, you've got the people who genuinely can't work, and there is help for them people. But there are people who just don't want to work. But that's okay, because if you can work, but you don't want to work, that's all right, and I'm going to come to that in a second. Right, so this is what happens in this country. You go to work and you earn some money. So say your salary represents 100%. So 100% is your salary. So you think, well, I've worked, I've done 60 hours a week for a month, and I've got 100% of salary. But no, that's not what happens. You don't get 100% of your salary, because around 30% of it is taken before you get it. So you don't miss it. At least they do that. They don't let you have it and then take it. But they do show you on a bit of paper to say, look what you could have won, but we're taking that bit. So around 30% goes. And you also have to have a contribution to the National Health Service, what everybody believes is free. It's not free. They just make it look like it's free. It's free in comparison to what you guys in the States to get. Do you know what I mean? I know you guys have to have proper insurance, and if you don't have insurance, you get smashed. So in that sense, yes. But people, we do have a national insurance contribution. We have, all these things. But anyway, look. So 30% goes. So you think to yourself, all right, so you got 70% left. 70%. So you've worked 60 hours a week all month. Thank you very much, Dixie. Those new members need to join Discord and play Harsh Bingo to win. They do. We'll talk about Bingo and Discord before I go. So 70%. So you think, is that bad? I think that's bad, because I'm already thinking, right, 70%, I've lost 30%. But at least I've got 70%. Let's get it's done. Can't do nothing about it. So I've got my 70%. You get to keep that, right? No, of course you don't. You don't. Because now, every single thing you buy with your 70%, you get taxed on 20%. And that's called value-added tax. So you can see where I'm going with this, can't you? Because you've had 30% taken off before you've even got it. Remember the kindness. And then 20% on everything you buy with the 70% you've got left. So basically, they've taken 50% now. So half of the money that you've earned has now been taken. But you get to keep that, right? Get to keep at least half of what you've earned. Surely, 60 hours a week, 6 days, 60 hours a friggin' week, nearly every day, having to work 3 jobs just to pay your electric bill. That's over £1,000 for 6 weeks. But look, so 50% left, and I can see some people saying they take more than 50%. So let's look. This is the bigger picture. So 50%. So you get to keep that 50%. No, you don't. You don't at all. Because you then got council tax. What's council tax? Well, council tax is a fee that you have to pay for living in your house. So they repair the roads. So they repair the roads. Let me tell you about the fucking roads. The roads are shit. They don't clean them anymore. There is mud all over them. There's accidents daily because of the absolute ruin that they are left in. But what they will do, all the all the nice areas in the country, they make sure that they put coloured tarmac stripes in the road. They do all that. And they put nice little railings up and plant flowers and shit like that. And then they have a reward. They have an award. Country Garden of the Year. They have that. All right? But the roads are shite. I go down some of the roads around here and you can play whack-a-mole on the road. There's that many holes in there. We learn from history that we never learn anything from history. Thank you very much for the super chat, J.L. Spraggins. That's very kind of you. And it's me, Sienna. Thank you very much as well. And also, I think I missed one, Stella Wonk and Blake. There's a couple there from Blake. Thank you. Inflation is also a scam. You will own nothing and be happy. Don't worry, I'm going to get to inflation. Because that's the caveat at the end, isn't it? So, council tax, like I say. So, they do everything. You know what I mean? So, that accounts, when you take into consideration what you've left, what you've already lost, and you've left with that 50%, the average earnings in this country are shite as well. Around 20, I think it's like £23,000 a year is the average in this country. So that accounts for probably around 12% of what you've got left, if not more in some cases. And then with that remainder, what else have you got? You've got other stealth taxes. You've got things like TV licenses. Yes, that's right. You have to have a fucking TV license. You have to have a license to own and operate a TV. You have to obviously have your car tax. So you have to have, if you've got a vehicle to get to the job that you're being robbed of, you've got to have tax on your car. Then your fuel, which is taxed massively as well. We're paying around £2, what is it, about £1.85 a litre it is around here at the moment. So, at the end of the day, what's that freezing for? Harsh, the roads in the UK are a heck of a lot better than over the pond. You don't have the freeze then for, the rest is spot on so far. I think it depends where you are in the country, my friend. The roads around where I am, you got to remember, I'm in rural Norfolk, and the roads are falling to bits. So it's like they're falling to pieces, mate. Absolutely. Yeah, TV license for real. Yeah, I'm not even joking. And then, so like I say, so at the end of the day, really, in real terms, you are left with around 35% of what you earn to pay for food, to pay for your rent, to pay for your gas and electric, and people are struggling. And people wonder why you've got people potentially like Nicola Bulley and people that we've seen do these heinous acts that are killing their loved ones, unaliving themselves, unaliving their family members, while you've got children being hurt. This is the root cause of it all. Yes, you've got monsters. You've got monsters who exist and walk among men. But I'm telling you now, the governments that are there, they're creating monsters every single day. And they're doing it with their eyes wide open. And until people change what they're willing to accept and they stop walking around like sheep, nothing will ever change. And what more is there to say? And like I said, the caveat of it all is then inflation. And what does inflation do? It proves that things are going to get worse as time progresses. Because what's going to happen is you're going to continue paying more for less. And people are going to get angrier and angrier. And crimes are going to get worse and worse. Prisons are going to get fuller and fuller. And the world is going to be even more insane. And what is it for? It is for money. At the end of the day, it's to make the mega, mega rich and the people who control everything richer. And do you know what? That's why they say money is the root of all evil. And on that note, we'll take a few comments from the chat. And I shall bid you all adieu. But look, Discord. Dixie reminded me, didn't she? JL Spraggins. We've said thank you for that. Thank you very much. I did say that. Thank you. The Discord. We have Discord, and we do Discord bingo. Discord bingo. I don't know whether anybody can put the Discord link in chat. Can that be done? I don't know. But if it can, someone can happily put Discord link in the chat and you can join. They do bingo, which is basically if I say things like shit or bugger or do that, they have a card and it has different things on it. And if you get it, you win, and you can win merchandise. And you can win, you get that sent to you. We have had people who have moaned that it hasn't turned up quick enough. And then it turns out that they didn't give the right address, but that's our fault. No, I'm not bitter. I don't hold a grudge either. I forget immediately. But yes, so is that the Discord link? Superior Dreams has just put a Discord link in there. Join up, join, come win some stuff. And that's why people don't like me using that bleep machine. I'm guessing that's probably on there. If he uses the bleep machine, you will you'll get a you'll be able to use your is it called a dabber? A dabber? See, I've never done bingo. But there you go. Has anybody got any questions before we wrap up? Because I don't do a lot, do you know? Any hints on videos for the giveaway? I have only got the first one. The biggest hint of all is don't ask me for a hint. I gave some hints and I'm not allowed to give any more because people will get incredibly upset. We all pay to watch television. Another program is the Affordable Connectivity Program. And now I get free Wi-Fi and free cell phone. You are right in fact that people pay for like Sky TV and that, but we have to have a TV license. So it's not paying to watch television as well. It is this one channel in particular. But if you have a TV, you have to prove that you don't watch that channel, and there lieth the problem. Because if your TV is capable of receiving that channel, then you have to pay or you get fined. So in effect, you're charged for owning a TV because every TV is going to be able to accept that channel. It's insanity. It's insanity. Right, come on. What do we got? What are your thoughts on Chat GPT? To be fair, I think it's the start of online creator laziness. That's what I think. It's just another extension of AI, isn't it? And I've got no interest in it. I've got no interest in it because I think these sort of things are dangerous and they're going to exacerbate the problems that we've already spoken about tonight. Who has seen, put a number 1 in chat if you have seen the film with Will Smith, legend, I, Robot. Number 1 in chat. Because I'm telling you now, that is a very, very, very plausible future. A very plausible future. And that is exactly what we could be looking down the barrel of with a lot of things that's been going on. Rock Everything, thank you very much. That is very kind of you. Alpha David. I may get my name changed to Alpha David. Alpha David True Crime. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Alpha David, true crime.
And just do every video in that voice. You'd just see my subscribers go down, 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 down. He's lost the plot. He's insane. We don't watch him anymore. He's a nutter. The movie Don't Look Up. I watched that not that long ago. That's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio in it. Leonardo DiCaprio. Isn't he the one who's always got girlfriends who are like 17? How old are you? 18? Sorry, you're going to have to leave. Only kidding. Sorry, you're my hero. No, I do actually like Leonardo DiCaprio. He was very good in the Titanic. Can't believe that bitch let him drown. Well, not drown, just freeze. Harsh, are you going to have Sienna sing on any more of your videos? The last time she sung on my video, it got me a copyright strike. That's funny, isn't it? Bloody copyright strike because she sang on it. Harsh, are you a Norfolk dumpling or Norfolk pudding? A dumpling. I'd say dumpling. But I like puddings. I like Yorkshire puddings. Who have you made mad this week? Anyone, Harsh? Are you trying to stir something up there, Dixie? Only the glarer. Only the glarer. Hi, X-Khan, is that? Hi. Alfred Avid. So, I think, is that us done? Are we done? Is that us done? I can let you go and have the rest of your evenings to probably have an extended, say, look, if you've got a partner, say, look, Harsh said, if you're the females, you can say, Harsh said, look, you're going to have to take me out and get some food or perhaps some flowers or a candle. I did see someone mention about the candles. Sorry. I don't have one here at the moment. I don't have one here. I am going to get one and I'll show you them. I'm trying to actually work with the company that do them to try and get you guys a code to get some money off some. But they're a candle that has jewellery inside it. They do rings, they do necklaces, they do other stuff. But yeah, proper jewellery inside. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So bear with me and I will be back. So the link says invalid. Can someone put a link in from Discord? Someone else, Superior Dreams, has put another link. If it's off my videos, it might be invalid in my, because I think they expire after so long. So I'll put a new one in after this video uploads. So if you hear this now, yeah, I'll do that later. I say now, if you're in like the replay crew, after this video is uploaded and renders, I will change the link so it's a fresh link. Yeah, what else was I going to say? I can't even remember. I'm cracking up, and I'm going mad. Super chat. Thank you very much, William Mitchell. That is very kind of you. And that will be the last one. Please don't let US know about TV license. They need no more ideas. Hold on a second. I've just got to do something quick. Cancel that email. Yeah, the one to Biden. Yeah, don't send it. I was just asking if there was a coffee. Oh, and lo and behold, I have one. Look, Starbucks. Cover my eyes. Does it work? And that's what I'm going to do. So, thank you very much for joining me this evening for just over an hour. And it was very good of you. Thank you for all of your hard work tonight, mods. You are fantastic, as always. Thank you for everybody with the super chats. That is incredibly kind. You didn't have to do that. I shall go. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go and I'm going to buy myself something for my birthday because I didn't do a massive amount on my birthday because I had painkiller problems. But on that note, you know what we say towards the end of the lives, don't you? What is it? Do you want me to say it? Since that, she said meat and potatoes. She said meat and potatoes. You heard that? You heard it. You heard it here first. Thank you very much, All country gal. Just slip that in there at the end. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you. And but yeah, she did. Randall, with your meat and potatoes. Anyway, I want to say good night because you know y'all are my babies. Good night, and I'll catch you in the next one.